Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hope you can see it and hear as well. Well, see just me, but hearing you should also be Verena's lovely voice.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear you on the stream just fine.
Okay. But you're not
And
listening
me
in
right
on
now
this.
as well. So.
Huh?
And me right now as well. So.
Okay. Okay, so that's out of the way. Yeah. So hope you're all doing well. You got well through the Monday. And are ready for some coding. So what we want to do today is continuing working on the climbable vines, the new paintable object for Thule. And last time I will show you what we did so far. So we created some vines that will grow out of the ground. Let's cross our fingers Unity is not dying on me. No, it's not. Okay. What a start. Unity is working, that's already a win. Yeah, so they are growing and we can start climbing. There's no animation yet and it's a little bit wonky. But you know, it works. It's a first step. And what we want to do now is, well, first we need to code that Julie can get away from the vine. Because right now she can't. So you see, she's stuck there. Also, we can't detect where the vine is ending. So, if not for the ceiling.
Oh, this would be so much fun.
Yeah, but I don't think Moritz reached the age of jetpacks just yet.
Oh my god, I had I wanted to make also the animation or the particle effect that comes when she runs. You know, the one with the dust. Also, when she climbs, that would have been funny right now.
But isn't that following her always?
Yeah, but I could, in the animation, I could just put it on. Like, I could start it and then it would follow her.
Yeah, no, that's not how that works. She's climbing, she's not farting herself up.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, that's how far we got. We were pondering quite a while where to put functions last time. I hope we won't do too much of that and get a little bit done. So yeah, what we did was we created a new state for Thule, because Thule is also operating on a state machine. It just makes managing input easier, at least in my opinion. And every state has like a function that is executed when we enter it for the first time, and also a function that gets done while we are in the state. And at the end, we always check if we need to change the state. Right now, as we can see, we just return next state. Next state is always by default the one we are currently in. So yeah, we are stuck in the state, and I think that's the first problem we need to fix, because otherwise we can't test properly. And also, you know, it's nice to have to not stuck on the vine. All right. So we need to think about what kind of conditions need to be met when we want to leave the vine. So one would be that Julie jumps off. Another one is she goes back and is on the ground. And the last one would be she falls off. So if players press left or right, then she just, falls off the vine. And I think for now we just use the one that is when she jumps off, because it's fairly easy to catch, I think. Right. Every time we... Sorry, I'm just making line breaks for no reason. Every time we go through the loop, we check our input. So this is a class, the object input parameters that we pass on to the individual operator of our state. And there we can check if Julie is jumping. So if we say input parameter, input down, put this in an if statement, then first what we need to do is to say that our next state is, I think, the Julie default. I don't think she has a state for jumping. I know Bear has, because for him it's important. No, okay. So we just say we return to the default state. The default state is pretty much what it says. It's just Julie running and jumping around. And we get it like this. Alright, and then we also need to basically alert the movement controller that we are jumping. Alright, and we have to put in all the variables from our input, so we know where to jump to. So we have for our horizontal input, vertical input, our jump input, and at this point I just start copy pasting because it's too much to write. Alright, what was the next one? Jump input. And I have a jump input down and jump input up, because this way we can calculate for how long the jump button was pressed. So Julie jumps higher the longer we press the button, to a certain extent. We can't make her fly. Right, and the last parameter is an interesting one, because now we can think about, is Julie making a wall jump when she jumps off of a vine? Probably makes sense. Maybe.
Say again?
If we jump from the vine, is it a wall jump?
Yeah, I would also say that she pushes back, like on the wall.
This way it also makes more sense as a game mechanic, because then you can jump higher.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's hope it works this way. And after we did this, we also can say return. Because after we left the vine, which will happen at the step where we jump off, there's nothing else to do. Or there shouldn't be anything else to do. Alright.
Because we already have that cycle coded, right? When she falls.
Yes. And for that we need to leave the state.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let's check this out. There's so many warnings.
We just ignore them.
Yes. I mean, warnings is fine. Errors is where the bad stuff gets done. But with a game jam project, that's a weekend. If you have a clean project and there's not a warning, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah. One day I will clean up mess. That is my code. All right. So we climb up and we jump. Oh. That was looking a bit weird.
Does the vine have an
collider?
So she can push herself off? Is that maybe?
It shouldn't matter because we what basically happens is that she just moves in a diagonal upwards manner. But right now she just goes straight up, which lets me think. Which lets me think that she's doing a normal jump. So maybe there's something needed in the process input function to make this happen. Because I have the stuck to wall set to true. I just double check. It's set to true. So where is it used? Okay. So is she stuck to wall? Oh, that's for wall sliding. Okay. Do we have wall jumping somewhere? Okay, apparently not. All right. How did I code so much up?
Oof, that was a long time ago.
Yes. Okay, here is the wall jump lock. But where is the actual wall jump happening? I mean, it's probably when the jump input down is playing a part, right? Okay. No, that's just the... Well, there goes my plan of not pondering too much. Okay,
Doesn't she need to push herself off something to get a velocity? Or thrust? Or is that just the jump button thingy?
That should just be the jump button because like in an ideal world, she knows through the variable up here, the stuck to wall variable, that she is on a wall.
But shouldn't she then also change into the animation state?
No, because I'm not communicating this to the animation.
Okay.
For now, I'm just communicating it to the movement controller. Okay. Let's find out where I do stuff. Okay, this seems to be all jumping. Okay, that's odd. I need to be wall sliding to make a wall jump. doesn't look right. But
I think.
Yeah.
Didn't we do it so she needs to be stuck on a wall for a small jump, and that's why that's the wall slide? That she changes into the state? Or am I misinterpreting wall slide and wall jump here?
That's those are just variables.
Mm-hmm.
And the states are the default one, and then the climbing vine one. So, but the thing is, she should also be like. If she's stuck to a wall and she's not carrying stuff and there are no collisions below, she should start wall sliding. And then if she does that, she should make a wall jump when we push the button. Maybe I change this to wall sliding or stuck to wall. Because in the end, oh, that's an and, not an or. Of course, it shouldn't really matter. Yes.
Sorry. I've been listening to Go and all the old music that I used to listen to when I was younger. Very good for working.
I think the most, for me, the most memorable songs I was listening to in my youth were from Sum 41 and Blink 182.
Yeah, that too.
Right. Moment of truth. Can we have a wall jump? Yes! Yes, we can have a wall jump. Woo! Oh.
Nice! Whoa!
Okay, you can get high this way.
Oh, that's nice. So when you... Should we...
Should we what?
So you could run up the vine and then jump up and then go even further?
Well, let's
or
try.
is the speed that you go up the vine, is it regulated? Woohoo!
It should be regulated.
Okay.
Because, you know, like it is now, it feels really stiff.
I don't know, it feels like a run through is more easily done this way.
And it also responds not. Yeah, when I just hammer the arrow key, it doesn't respond.
Okay.
So right now it feels a bit. Yeah, it feels
How
a
do you
bit
go
stiff.
up and down?
With the arrow keys.
Up and down arrow keys or going left and right?
Up and down.
Oh, okay.
Everything else would be madness.
Okay. Dust thing when she goes up, so it is like she's farting her way.
Yeah, pretty much. But you can't see it once you went too high because the background is a similar color. Alrighty. Okay. Small problems though. Or one of the small problems. When we are like this, we always go to the left. Because that's apparently how I coded it, that we always put her to the left of the vine. So we now need to figure out from which direction she's approaching the vine.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can have wall jumps in all the directions. All two of them. Okay, let's see. This is probably done in the 2D default because we transition from the 2D default to the 2D climb state. So we now need to find where we put things last time. Let's see. Okay, there it is.
Oh, that was easy.
I use the search function.
Oh.
Like a pro. Right, so make a box cast. We go to the state. We set the current vine we're climbing. Okay. Where do we position to the climb vine? Ah, okay, it's in the climb vine state at the very beginning. Right. So now we need to figure out if to these to the left of the vine or to the right. We can just make an if statement checking our position. So we say this.transform.position and we're only interested in x. If this is smaller than the current vine, the current vine's position, then we are to the left. So we need this one here, and otherwise we need to turn to the right, like so. Okay, this should already be it. Check. Alright, we're coming from the left. We're getting placed on the vine from the left. And now we're coming from the right. And we are placed... Oh! Okay. So we are placed on the right side, but we're jumping to the left. Well.
And when you start jumping and point to the right, is that...
Whoop. When I start jumping and point to the right, yeah, then she still goes to the left.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, progress comes in small steps. Alright, so we need to figure out why it behaves like this. And I think it's in the same area where we put the vector wall, right? Okay, we check where the wall is, and then we put the direction accordingly. Where do we check where the wall is? Okay, we check for collisions. Okay, the thing is that 2D can't collide with the vine. Because, you know, otherwise she can't run through it.
Yeah.
But right now to look for the direction, we check the collisions. Alright, so I think we can just
Can the collider start over Tuli, so she can run through? But it starts like it ends in the little bit higher than she is on the ground.
The problem is that this will mess up basically the whole physics, like where's the wall and colliding with stuff, also walking upstairs, and it's...
No, I mean on the vine. I mean that on the vine the collider is created a little bit above the ground so Tuli doesn't run into it. And only when she jumps up she has something to collide with to jump off.
Yeah, but then I would have to create the vine collider in a different way because, you know, it grows. And also I can't climb up.
Oh, right, because then she would, yeah, I see.
So, yeah. I'm just thinking now for this, for knowing where to jump from. We also could check the orientation of Tuli, because she's orientated to the left when the wall is left, and so she has to jump off to the right. Probably. Okay. I will comment this for the time being. So, if Tuli is orientated to the right, that means the wall is to her right. So we need to jump off to the left. So our velocity needs to be negative, and otherwise it doesn't. Pretty much. I mean, it should work without breaking everything else. Or having a knuckly workaround. Let's just try and see.
So what did you do right now?
Before that, oops, Sandra, no. Before we do that, we basically checked where the collision is to find the wall. But since we want to be able to walk in front of the vine, not, you know, have it act as a wall, we now check not where the wall is, but basically in which direction Tuli is looking. So now we are looking to the right when we climb from the left, and we jump off to the left. And we need, now that we are facing the left, because we are approaching the vine from the left, we jump off, we should jump off to the right. Ha! Which we do! Alright.
Sweet!
Okay. Okay. What also would be nice now is that we should be able to change on which side of the vine we are using the arrow keys. Because otherwise we climb up and then we might get stuck in a direction that we don't want.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So we ourselves cannot or the right?
We can what?
In which direction we want to jump. So if we put somewhere, we can't really decide if we jump to the left or the right.
Yeah, at least not for now. Because we need to know beforehand. If we come from the left, then we can only jump to the left, and if we come from the right, we can only jump to the right. Which, it's not. It's not the best thing to have. All right. But it should be also quite easy to fix. We do that in the climb bind state and check for input on the horizontal axis. So on the left and right arrow keys or A and D. And we do this by checking the input parameters. Check for horizontal input. And what do we do now? Basically we need to check if it's bigger or if it's bigger than a certain value. Because if we don't do this, then we will get the weird arrows that we had last time. If you use controllers, your controller is never like perfectly 0 on the stick, because it just isn't. It's always a tiny number. When your controller is older, the number gets bigger because it's more used. So this is why we're not checking for a value that is bigger than 0, but for now it's 0.25 to take this into account. All right, so we are now knowing that the player is pressing the button to the right. So we need to basically flip Truly to the right and position her. Do I have a function for this? If I have, it should be in the movement controller. Oh, I have. Okay. Okay, so it sets the orientation based on the X value. Oh, that's great. Then I don't need even to check whether or not we are pressing to the left or right, because this function already does it. So what we can do now is check for the absolute value of our input and then just pass it on to the function that sets the orientation. Okay. I mean, ideally we want to reposition Truly on the vine as well, but for now we just do this and see if it helps. Oh, I have an input question. Because right now we set the orientation according to, to the input.
Uh-huh.
So if I press right, she's orientated to the right, but she's not on the right side of the vine. But it's probably more logical if I push right and she's on the right side of the vine. Probably.
And then, but then looks to the left side, or what?
Yes.
Oh.
So right now I'm pressing to the left and she looks to the left, and it feels a bit weird.
Yeah. But if you press to the left, she would jump to the right? Or where would she jump to?
If I push to the left, she would jump to the right, because in this logic, she is on the right side of the vine, looking to the left. Yeah, no, I should change that.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Also, we need to reposition her. Alright, so it's basically the opposite of the input, with which we set the orientation. And then we need to basically make the differentiation between are we now on the left side of the vine or the right, and what was pressed. So I think I can just steal this from up there. It's not being lazy, it's efficient coding. Is what I tell myself.
When I draw something, I don't draw everything for each and every draw. I don't draw everything new. I just copy everything from each layer, just on a different kind of form. So, psh.
Yeah, it's efficient drawing as well.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Boris, welcome. Oh, okay. Boris says someone I know who also has experience with Discord bot is showing me how I can write this to JSON files. This way I can share variables between the restarts. This means I can finally have it send a message every few days. Yay! I really love it that you always work on the Discord bot when we are streaming. It's co-working space for programmers. Yeah, that's amazing. If that would help and work. All right. Now that I copied it, I shouldn't forget to make adjustments. All right. So we need to check our input. So if we if we press to the right, now it makes sense. If we press to the right, it should go to the right, and if we press to the left, it should go to the left. So it probably is just like this, that we check the horizontal input if it's bigger or smaller than 0. Now we can just check against 0 because we did the other thing already up here in this statement.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, in my opinion it should work. Let's see what Unity has to say about it. It is hard to be on a call and watch a stream at the same time, but I will make it work. Oh... yeah, I mean, maybe focus on the call first.
Yeah.
Because us blubbering probably won't help. As much as we love to have you here. but we don't want to stress with our rambling.
Not get you in trouble.
Yeah, okay. So we have a vine. We climb the vine. I push to the button to the right. Ah. Okay. I mean, that's half right.
Did you fall down or?
It positions me at the very bottom every time I do this.
Okay. So it is a metaphor for when you have already climbed up a certain amount and then decide no side. Well, then you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
So, think before you climb and do something.
Yeah, that's how you make players happy.
Mm-hmm.
How do I was just letting you know that I might miss your replies or something. Yes, that's all right. And thank you for letting us know. And also, again, thank you for taking the time to work on Bearbot. And also, hello to Tatsi. Hey. How are you doing? We are currently trying to reposition us on the vines.
So, where's the XY positioning happening then? Because it looks like she's always.
Yeah, because I copied it. It makes sense when you start climbing that you start climbing, on the bottom.
Yeah. That's.
So now that I think of it, if you have you have a puzzle where you need to draw two vines next to each other, and then you want to jump, from one to one, from one to the next, then you don't want to start at the bottom, right?
Yeah. That's true. I mean, maybe we also want to jump into the vine.
Yeah.
On the ground. So we do need some sort of collision point when on the vine.
Or we just need to use the. The only thing that interests us from the vine position is the X position. Because where we are on it doesn't matter because we already detected this. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the climb vine state.
Mm-hmm.
So let's look at this. There's a current vine. I will have a tea and then and then decide where to code. Oh, sorry to hear that. Tati said, I had the last week the hard depression, but in the last week I got for my first time into a positivity flow after I messed up to do a metta meditation and forgot to set the timer on 5 minutes. I'm pretty fine right now, and you? Sorry to hear that, but also I'm glad that you worked through it. What's a metta meditation? Is this some kind of mental health exercise? And also say thank you. I'm doing quite well. We had a game jam on the weekend that was a bit draining, but also a lot of fun. And yeah, we did a nice little project together with 2 old friends and a new friend. Yeah, it was good fun. Okay, I had a tea. And I know, think I just delete the whole thing and just write it. Or just put it down there, because otherwise I confuse myself. So, our position is basically a new vector, and we need to use the current bind transform, position X, because that's the only thing we need from it. And oh, okay, so we put it in a way that we will be positioned on the left-hand side. So basically we need the whole calculation and the X out of that. And then we use the Y position of Thule, because this way we won't lose the height if we jump onto the line, right? And that should also be just 0. Does this look right? Maybe, probably.
Yeah, sure. I definitely know what you're doing right now.
Yeah, no, but thank you. Thank you for the vote of confidence. Also, what was this for? Oh, we put her a little bit up, so we know that we are on the vine. Makes sense, I guess. And then we do the same for the other direction. And now we can efficiently paste this down here. And delete this. And now check if we broke everything horribly. Alright, let's go. Okay, pushing to the right. Oh. Okay, we need to take away that we... Because now we are smoothly sliding. But we still can jump off. We're jumping off in the right direction.
Good, that's good. Yeah.
It's... Right. Oh, but also thinking about another problem. If I jump onto the vine, I need to press up to land on it, basically.
To hold on and then climb.
Yeah, so now I'm jumping just, and it's, you know, I go through. But now I have to press up to be able to do this.
Can't we use the action button for that? Isn't it like always in in games when you have to climb up something that you have to press a button and then go up and down. I don't know. I think it was with Super Mario when you climbed up the vines as well that you had.
That you had to press up and down or another button?
You have to press the I hold it button, so the action button, and then up and down.
Okay. The problem is, the thought behind this was if I have this situation, also not sure why the stone is colliding with the vine, but it's another problem. If I were here to press F, what would I do? Would I climb the vine or would I want to pick up the stone? Oh, okay, so this is very weird now. I push the right arrow and this happens. Pushing the left and holding it. The other question is, should we handle it differently when we are in the air? Okay, for now I will fix the easiest problem out of all of those thoughts. Because we only need to change the Y value when we first time hold on to the vine. And yeah.
I have the feeling it's more intuitive when you jump at the vine that you have to press another button to hold on, basically.
Yeah.
Instead of pushing the controller upwards in the middle of the flying, the jumping.
Yeah, because that feels odd, right?
Yeah.
Because I always want to, go in the direction that I hold the button of the direction where I jump.
Right. So stopping in the middle to just go upwards would feel kind of funny. And normally, I mean, it is logic that you jump off and then you press the action button to hold on to.
Yes.
But sure, it is a problem if the stone is directly in front of the vine. But didn't we also have a certain how do you say that? Importance for each thing you draw?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, you would have the same problem if you're standing in front of the stone and the vine and you want to not destroy but to delete it. Then you would also have to see what kind of thing you delete, and I think the stone is always the more important than
yes
the other stuff, right?
Yeah, no, the root is the most important.
The root is the most important. Okay.
Because that is something beer can mess up.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm currently trying to figure out how Rayman does it. Because there you also have vines where you can hold on to. And right now I think it does it on its own, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to start the game now. Check. I won't do that. Oh, okay. Chelsea says I wanted to do this for 5 minutes but messed up. After 30 minutes there was the first not positive thing in my mind and it was, aren't 5 minutes over by now? I didn't realize that I did it for 30 minutes. So the meditation is basically just monitoring your thoughts and you interrupt yourself when there's a negative one. Is that how it works? I'm not too familiar with meditations. I only know about, guided meditations where you basically strengthen body awareness. I was doing that quite a lot when I had panic attacks quite a few years ago. I'm not sure how long ago the last panic attack was, which I'm fairly glad of. Alright, so it makes sense to have this in addition to pressing up when there's a vine. Because I think that should always be something that you can do.
Yeah, pressing up and down as soon as you're on the vine makes sense.
Yeah, but also if you walk by it and then press up. Because I think it's intuitive if you want to go up that you press up.
Mm-hmm.
But you can also say, okay, if I press the action button, it should also hold on to the vine.
Mm-hmm.
I think having multiple ways is probably okay in this instance.
Probably. Let's see at the playtesting what can go wrong with it.
Yeah, that's also something that I need to get to, because I wanted to create a little level where you can just try out the different things that we put in and the changes we made.
Yeah.
But there's so much to do in so little time. Alright. I think... I can always change it, right? Once the functionality is there, I can change the controls.
Yeah, that's right.
So my instinct now is if you are jumping and there's a vine, you hold on to it. Because...
Automatically.
Yes, because I think it's... why else would you jump there? If you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because
and then if you don't want to hold on, then you can just jump on.
Yeah, and you get more air this way. So I'm trying not to think that is there a situation where you don't want to hold on to it. Because if you want to get down, you can just fall off.
Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, you're right. Why make it complicated? I think our controls are complicated enough.
Yeah.
Well, if you combine the action button with that, and this, and then you can do a flip-flop.
Sorry. Flip-flops would be amazing, but I don't think they are for this game. Okay, coming back to the meditation. Nope, it's just focus on positive things. If there's something negative coming up, then accept it and focus on other positive things. It just interrupted me because I was in a flow state. Okay. I think I get this when I use public transportation and I just have to sit there for an hour. Because usually I don't always listen to something. Before I was listening in on other people's conversations in a not creepy way. Or in a train when there's nothing there and nobody is doing anything and you just watch outside the window and then you just watch your thoughts basically. I think that's the closest I came to meditation. I never did it just on my own in a room or something. And it's then the train ride is not boring if you just take the time that you're sitting there anyways to take care of your mind.
I always think about my stories when I'm in a train ride.
But your stories?
Yeah, just like the stupid action stories that you have in your head about characters, and then you just play off the whole thing in your mind. That's why
yeah.
I used to love car rides, just looking out the window and thinking about the... But yeah, I
mean,
didn't do that for a long time.
huh?
I didn't do that for a long time.
Yeah, I mean it's the beginning of the pandemic. The thing I noticed the most is that people are not talking on the public transportation anymore. Because there were less people like 1 year ago. Now it seems almost normal that everybody's there wearing masks and having an otherwise normal conversation on a train. But back then it was a bit like, why are all the people so quiet? Which is weird happening in Berlin. And I always were listening on people's conversation. And then when they left, I tried to figure out who these people were. And I made stories up for them in my mind. All right. Let's try to focus my mind on the problem at hand. Okay, so we need to think about when are we jumping, and I think it's in the we are in the 2D default state, and while we are jumping we need to check for the vine.
Mm-hmm.
Right now
we don't need a collider or something, right?
It has a collider.
Okay.
But we only check for it here in the instance of somebody pushing the up button.
Okay.
And I think when we can just put another condition in the if statement. So if somebody pushes the vertical input, or we have no ground basically underneath, so there is no where do we do this? We check in the movement controller if we have collisions below. That's how we do it. And if it's not the case, then we check for vines. I'm always very suspicious when things are just like changing this tiny piece of code and it works. So I always doubt that it does. Let's see. Maybe it's just that simple. Okay, let's row our vine. Oh, there's currently some weird issue with the stairs because I can't walk them up properly and jump them up. Okay, so that's for a different time. So now when I just jump off and into the vine, I should hold onto it. Okay. It looked a bit weird, but oh. Okay, my suspicion now is that the collider of the vine isn't big enough. On the vine itself, because it's also quite slim. Where do I change this? Could be here in the prefab. I'm very sorry, Verena. I just I just widen it so that now it looks stretched.
It's okay. I wanted to redo that anyway. So do everything that you need to do to find a solution right now.
Okay.
And I will work around from.
Yeah, I think what you need to do is make it a square. Because then it's for one, it's easy to fit into the Unity unit system. It's easier to scale, I think, as well. Okay, but let's see if that helped. Let's delete this and try it again. Okay, whoops. So we jump into it.
Sorry, my reactions are probably a little delayed because I see the stream.
Okay, if I go through there. Okay, I can now jump into it, which is fine. But just now it seemed like yeah, it just jumped through, and I don't know why.
Because you fell down, maybe? Run into it, maybe? Oh, You're also falling down.
Okay, it has a bit of a delay. I just delete this and put it a bit further away. So maybe we can figure out what's happening there. So, oh, also let's check the collider. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, it's down there. It's the collider is not growing with the vine, hey?
Yeah. But wait, what? Wait. But why does this work?
Maybe Tuli's raycast downstairs is a little bit longer. So I don't know.
This shouldn't be working.
But isn't I mean she's checking with her raycast, right?
Yeah.
Can you show the raycast of Tuli from Tuli to see if the raycast is maybe already touching that?
That I can do, I think.
I mean, if that's the way how raycasts work. Like today, I thought I actually understood how Git works. Apparently, I did not. Maybe I also don't know how raycasts work.
Well, the good thing about raycasts is that you can show them. So we can have like this. Oh, it's a box cast. How do we how do we check this? Did you hear that just now? I'm not sure if the microphone picked it up, but it's crazy windy outside.
Yeah, here as well.
And the music stopped. Maybe it just runs through. Oh. Boris says, well, now it's time to run the bot locally again to see if it works. Okay, do you have, can you check if things are written into the JSON file? Okay, so we why isn't there a debug draw box? Doesn't make sense just to have the array when you also have the box.
Shouldn't there?
Okay. I mean, what I can do is...
No, wait.
Okay, I have the origin, I have the size, I have the angle, and then I have the direction. The really weird thing just now is why am I checking down? The direction I'm checking is down. It doesn't make sense. And why is it working?
But like I said, I think the raycast is detecting the small collider downstairs and then stops Tuli. So do you want to check it left and right? Or
I mean, it's a box cast. So it checks in a box in front of Tuli.
oh, in front, okay.
But it also checks one Unity unit down. Why is this? Why is this working?
Those are the best days. Why? Ow!
I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate it more than when things are not working. Because if logic is irrelevant, how should I code? Why is this working?
But is Tuli's raycast a box or is it a line?
It's a box cast.
Box? Okay. I always thought it was a line. Or did you change it?
Well, it's for this instant it makes sense that it's a box.
Okay.
Because I have to check the whole height of Tuli.
Mm-hmm.
And I could use like several raycasts, which I do with checking for walls.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure why I don't do this here. But it should work with a box, right? That's not the issue here. The issue is that it works. When the collider of the vine is down there. Okay. Let's have a tea. That always helps. Okay. I mean, I could also check like in a zero distance. So it probably only should check where Tuli is right now. At least in theory. Let's test it. Okay. So, can I still climb up? Yes, I can. Can I still jump onto it? Like, see, why is this working?
It shouldn't, or what?
It shouldn't. I mean, I can jump into it. I can't jump into it. But if I'm here and I'm pushing up, you know, then I'm holding on to the vine. Like so. And it shouldn't, because we established that the collider of this vine is just down there. I don't get it. Why? Okay. Let's not think why it's not working. It's just...
So when you turn off the collider, it should not work, right? So it has to do with the small collider there.
Yeah, I mean, that's something I can test, I guess. Just turning off the collider entirely. Okay, I'm very sorry about Discord. Because we use it to get Marina's voice in, but also means we get messages. Can I mute everything? Except for Marina.
Mute the Twisted Ramble one for right now. Or an hour or something like that.
Oh, here, disable notifications. Disable sound effects. Okay. Okay. I hope it helps. So, okay. Where's the box? Hello, Tipperty. Welcome to the stream. I see that my big message was not sent. Which one?
The one you didn't send, so we can't see it.
Oh, I saw it. Tauzi saw it just now when I was changing the the screen, because I wanted to hide stuff on Discord. Okay, but now I know that I can mute it. Alright, okay. But now we will have a look into the vine. Timothy says, so I have a question for you if you know C++. Sadly, I don't know it that well, so it depends on the question. But I mainly code in C#, but ask it anyway. Maybe somebody in the chat knows a bit more about C++. So it's worth a try. Okay. Okay, so apparently when our vine grows, we just don't care about the collider. Why do I still have Discord notifications when I just muted them? Okay. Sorry. Sorry for being not quite professional about notification settings. I disabled them. Why is it not working? Okay, I we will see if it worked. Okay. So Tipperty says, I'm learning C++ in my lesson. I have to see how far I can take string, and I thought mixing it with another lesson was a problem in adding if-else checks. I want to know how you add a multiple if-else. So ask a question, depending on the answer, do a if. Okay, that's a very specific question, and I'm not sure if I can help you out. Yeah, sorry, I'm not fluent in C++. But what you can do is, how is it called? Stack Overflow. There you can post questions, and then persons that have, you know, the relevant skill can probably help you out. I thought I would ask around and see if I could get an answer. Oh, good. All right, okay. If you have a C# or Unity question, I'm there to ask, but for C++, really not an expert. You asked there. Okay. Yeah, sometimes it takes a while. Alrighty. So, the thing is, we grow the vine, and we don't touch the collider at all. And somehow it still works. I'm just not sure why. Why does this work? We transform the local scale of our vine. So, at least in theory, the collider should be scaled with it? Maybe? Let's check this. So this is our vine, this is our collider, and if we scale it, yeah, the collider scales with it.
But you're not scaling it, right?
I'm not scaling it?
I mean...
oh yeah, no.
Aren't you just multiplying something? Like...
Yeah, I'm using the height of the sprite from there. Okay, you're right. Okay. Still, it doesn't explain why it's working. So, yeah. Why is this working? Okay. So what we need to do is... Do you know what else isn't working? Shutting Discord up. I just... Okay. Sorry about the notification sounds. If you think it's your Discord. Just now it wasn't. Maybe it was now or before that or after, but yeah. You need to mute each channel Discord or each room. But why isn't there like a global setting? Because I'm just quite on a lot of channels. But yeah, thank you. I will check again. No, Boris, you really don't have to. You don't have to be sorry. Because you should test and chat on Discord and whatever you want to do there. I just need to make sure that it's not picking up here. And there's a setting in Discord to ignore notification while streaming. Yeah, I thought I set this one, but maybe I need to. I just disable and enable the streamer mode again. So maybe now it's working maybe, and we won't have more Discord notification sounds. All right. Yeah, I just checked it and it was enabled, and now I disabled and enabled it again. You know, turning it off and on again. Maybe that helps. All right. So. I think when we set the size for the sprite renderer, we also need to set the size for the box collider. That sounds sensible, right? Okay. The thing is, I'm still bothered by the fact that it worked before.
Well, it will probably not work as soon as you fix the collider growing issue.
Yeah, that's probably how it works. Okay, get component. Box collider. Okay, and now here's the sprite renderer, and also here we want to set the size. New vector. Then don't want to change this. And put in the current height of our vine. All right. Let's see if the collider works as expected. Okay, so there it grows. Oh, okay.
Are you jumping right now?
Yep. Okay, I can still go up and down. I can change the side. But now when I jump, I do this. I mean,
I probably get stuck in the collider again then, right? The moment you jump off, you get stuck in the collider again, and that's where you stop?
Well, not always, as it seems.
Huh.
I mean, now it works, and when I change, it doesn't. But now it works again. Oh, isn't coding fun? It seems I can wiggle myself free by just spamming the space button. Thing is, it shouldn't even check. But it's probably because it's it's probably because I'm doing a box cast. Okay, I will do two things. I will go to the line and make the box collider a little bit slimmer. So we have the visual representation of climbing directly on it. But I think we need to set Tuli in a way that she doesn't glitch into the collider with her collider. Does this help? I mean, this should help, at least in a visual way. Okay, let's save this. All right. So, how do we go about this? We want to prevent, basically what we want to do is that we want to prevent Tuli from checking just after she wall jumped, right? So what we can do in the Tuli default is changing the condition for checking. Because right now we only check for vines when we're pressing the up key, or when there's no collision below. So if that means we are not standing on the ground. But we can say that we only want to check when the up key is pressed, or when there's no collision below and we are not wall jump locked. Because there is a variable that prevents from changing direction too soon, because otherwise you would be stuck on the wall. So we can just use this, I guess. So we have to access the movement controller. Okay, it's probably not set public, which makes sense, but now we need it. I will make a proper get set later, but now I'm just too lazy and I want to see if it works. Alright, here's the 2D default. Alright, so now we check for vines when we push the up key, or when there's no collision below and we didn't just wall jump. So this should now hopefully introduce the wanted behavior. Okay, there's our vine. Okay, this looks good, and this looks good as well. All right, all looking good. We can wall jump from vines.
So what did you do right now?
Basically I have a variable that gets set to true just after I wall jumped. And I check for this when I calculate the direction we jump to, because I can, when I jump off, I can, now I'm pressing the right button, and then I press immediately the left again. So I can change direction somewhat when I wall jump. But since the idea is that I push myself off, there is a certain amount of time in which I can't change direction.
Okay.
Otherwise, when I push against the wall, I would immediately return to it. And especially when you are using a controller, it basically prevents you from going in the right direction because you are too soon changing direction again. And I just use this variable to not check for the vines.
Oh, okay.
Because it's the same principle, right? There's just a certain amount of time where I don't want to check for vines.
Okay.
Right, so this works. Can still climb it, can still change direction, can jump off of it. So it's everything that we want from a vine, I guess.
Nice.
Alright. So what else is there to do?
Once the vine has ended.
Oh, wait, what? This is not the right behavior? Where we just can
Yeah.
can go on and up for an eternity as long as we stay with our vine?
Yeah.
Like this? Whee! Yeah, no, that's that's a good point. Okay, alright, okay, I have another question for you. What happens when we reach the end of the vine? Can we stand on it?
That was the that's why I drew the head flat, I guess.
Ah, okay.
But I don't know. Should we do that? I mean,
I'm not sure, to be honest. I mean, probably not.
okay. Well, you know what? By looking at the time, let's just say what's easier for you.
Well, what's easier for me is not always easier for Unity. But yeah, I think for now we just say no. If it's ended, you can't, because we don't have a mechanic to pull Tuli up anyways.
Yeah, that's right.
So it wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Alright, so this is probably set in the Tuli climb vine state. Okay, Boris says, I think the bot should be working now. I can't be sure if the JSON file will immediately work on the site I use. But I think it will. Alright. No, I just realized something will break. Hold on. Okay. I keep my fingers crossed. Okay. While you fix that, we will fix climbing up eventually. Oh, and you made another clip. Alright, I will watch it at the end. Because now we want to detect the end of the vine. Okay, so I think we just make a function for it. things a bit more clean. Yeah, and it should return a bool. Reached end of line is what we call it. And now we basically make a raycast where Thule's head is to check if we reach the end. Okay, so let's make a raycast hit 2D. Go to the physics 2D and make raycast. Alright, the origin is basically the position of Thule. So this is this transform dot position plus, and now we need to figure out where her head is. But I already have a function for this, I think. As a movement controller. Alright, so we basically have a function, or I coded a function where I figure out where the corners of Thule's bounding box are. But we also need to figure out in which direction Thule is looking, so we know if we need to use the top left or top right corner. And that we also can get from the movement controller. So we just make a new variable. So origin, and we need the movement controller. Alright, so right now we always use the top left. There's a nice shorthand in C# to check something and then use a variable accordingly. I used it so much, but now it escapes me. It's like this. Yeah, alright. Yeah, so basically how this shorthand is working is that if we want to if we want to set a variable, we could make like a check with an if-else statement. But if if we just want to check for setting a variable, we can say, okay, what's the condition? And then make a question mark. And then if this condition is true, then we use the first value. Otherwise, we use the second value. So if it's just true or false, this is a really nice shorthand for doing this. Alright, and now that we have like the spaghetti code up there, we can here just have short, clean, nice looking readable code. Alright. Also we need to do the same thing for the direction that we want to check in. We are coding efficiently by not typing the whole mess out again. So now if we are looking to the right with Thule, then we need to check for the right. Otherwise we need to check for the left. Right. So now we have the origin, we have the direction, we want the distance, just one is fine, and also we need a layer mask, because otherwise we check for all sort of things. And I think we can use the one that is stored in the movement controller. No? Okay. Where is it stored? In the context? Yeah, okay, it's stored in our context. Alright, so we now only check for objects that have the vine layer, the physical vine layer. And if we hit something, then we return true. Because now that we return false. Because we are checking if we reach the end of the vine, which we haven't at this point. And otherwise we return false. Alright. So now that we have written this function that checks if we, basically if at the height of Tuli's head is still a vine, we need to use it when we move up and down the vine. And this happens, yeah. So if we haven't reached the end of the vine and we have positive vertical input, so we say end parameters vertical input greater than 0. Then we want to do this. Oops, I was missing brackets. No, wait. What's the best way to write it? What's the best way?
Can Tuli's upper right corner check if she's out of the collider from the vine?
Yeah, it's pretty much what we're doing just by raycasting from there. I'm just now.
Sure. I was listening the whole time.
What are you currently doing, by the way?
I am trying to ready the wagon for the queen for animation.
Oh, all right.
So we decided that the queen walking was above her. It's just beneath her, and that's why she gets a wagon, which sad Moldred has to pull.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's not like I'm just don't want to do an animation. Not like that.
Yeah, Boris says wagon for the queen sounds interesting.
Yeah. So it's actually just her bed where she's lying all the time and putting babies and stuff. And every time when there's a tragedy or something, she just gets pulled out of her house and she says something and then she just leaves again.
I have to ask, is this so fantasy? Just, if you are needed somewhere, then somebody just takes your bed, puts you there?
Oh, but actually I still can't really... I don't really know what to think of the queen. Is she the good queen? Is she the bad queen? So I'm... Because being pulled everywhere is actually pretty mean, but I mean... She's just... She is the mother of everyone there, so I would...
Yeah. She's a mole mother.
I hope it's just more a comical way.
Yeah.
She just suddenly appears from the left and then goes away. Right?
mean, she is. I think she is the best kind of regent, like the one you don't really notice because everything is going smoothly.
But as soon as nothing's smoother.
Yeah, then she has to step in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but we can't think too much about it because then we get into the trouble that that all the morals, like in theory, are related. If we stick to biology, which we shouldn't.
Excuse me?
Oh no. It didn't work. Okay, so something must be wrong around here. Alright, so if we haven't reached the end of the vine and our vertical input is positive, then we can climb up. Otherwise, if our vertical input is smaller than 0, so it's negative, we're climbing down, then we just climb down. And, reaching the end of the vine doesn't matter. This seems to be fine.
Or every time you say it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
So something must be wrong with detecting the vine collider. I will do a debug array. So we have our origin, we have our direction, and then put a nice color in. This, and then see what's going on. Because I mean the condition looks fine.
Yeah.
You broke off. If you said something.
I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. Okay, let's see if we can solve the problem before Rena returns. Okay, so this is the raycast. And now it very much goes into nothingness. Let's have a look at the vine collider. Okay. Okay, so there is obviously an issue with the vine collider still, because it's... I think it has the right size, but it's the offset is weird. So why can we climb this high anyway? Because there's nothing to hit. Oh. Oops. Oops, that's on me. That's yeah, that was stupid. So yeah, sorry. Let's see if it works now. All right. Here's the vine. And climb it. Nope, but we can still go to God knows where.
So, wait, what's the... Oh, that's the camera. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. Just not. Um, Hello, Thomas. What are you cooking? We can't smell what the Thomas is cooking. He needs to describe. Also,
Ooh, bolognese à la chef.
nom nom. Not sure what I will be cooking soon.
I'm going to have salad today.
You don't need to cook a salad.
But I'm going to make a salad for.
Okay. Also, now I'm not sure. Is there a dish where you have to cook salad?
Depends on the salad, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so what's the issue here? And we can clearly see it's hitting nothing. In Chinese food, apparently some salads are cooked. Ah. I'd call it vegetable penzo. Okay. Oh my god, what's happening? Why am I so stupid?
What do you mean?
Well, I just had a very hard look. And then I sat back and I saw that I return always false. Okay, so I think if this is not working, it's time to go. Because apparently my brain can't differentiate between false and true anymore. Which is not a good point to start. Or maybe I just want to fix the collider of the vine. That's the last thing I want to do. At least for today. Alright, so we can climb and still climb. Alright, okay. So we can climb half of it, which is more than we can before. This is also a bit weird. Okay. Okay, Patsy has to go. I wish everyone a nice evening, he says. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Have a nice evening yourself as well.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So then the other thing we need to do is in the vine. And we need to set the offset of the box collider. And I think it should be the current height divided by 2. Because it looks like it's half in the ground and half it's not. I cannot modify the return value of collider offset because it's not a variable. What? Can I do this? Ah, okay. Alright, so it should be like this, I guess. Okay. Let's cross all our fingers. This is a vine. And this is the collider. And it goes all around the vine.
Nice.
And I can climb to the very top. We can peek up a bit. But I guess it's probably because we're going so fast up and down that it doesn't register it. Yeah, now I can't go up anymore. And yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Now do the animation.
Wait, I can do the animation, I guess. Oh wait, I have to. Oh, there's the any state. Let's do it from there. Wait for it. Okay. I haven't saw this. I didn't see the animation. Alright, okay. Alright. Where is it? Oh, she's not doing it. Huh. Why isn't she doing the animation? I mean... Huh? Oh no, she's not... Okay, she's not doing anything right now. Oh, there is not an animation set in the state. Okay.
It's climbing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not doing anything. Is this right? This has a fixed duration?
Wait, let me put you onto the big screen so we can see what you're doing.
I guess she's just standing there now.
So why is it going from any state? Because it should go from...
I just want to show it.
Okay.
I will not now probably implement it. The thing is, it should, be here.
But I mean, she's not doing any animation right now, right?
Yeah, because the climbing is set to true. I can take this off, and she should be fine. Yeah, now she's idling, and when I now set the climbing to true, then she just gets stuck. So I'm not.
Yeah, can you double click on the climbing at the moment? See if the animation is still there.
I mean, there are very.
Oh,
it's gone. Wait. There's Thule.
You just have to. Yeah, go to the clip with the. Sorry. Yeah. See, that's why I wanted to show it. I wanted to make her climb. Okay.
Well, it's
so the animation
something.
is there.
Yes.
I have to see why the. I mean, I tried to make a transition from idle to climbing, when I tried it out, so it has to work. So maybe just the going from any state not really work.
If you just see the the upper half, it's like she's milking a cow.
Oh, come on.
And this way she's like, I don't know, working out. Sorry, you there was a whole lot of things you said, but I just was a bit distracted.
I said that when I tried it out, I put a transition between just idle and climbing, and that worked. So maybe this
The any state.
Okay. Realize.
Let's see if we can do it. Climbing. All right. Okay.
And make has exit time.
Nope. Like she's there in the state.
What? Why?
I don't know.
It worked when I did it. Couldn't you click off the has an exit stage? I don't know why that would be the problem, but go onto the arrow.
Yeah, no. I mean, it looks like it's running through, right?
Yeah. Okay, go on to that again and see if the animation is inside.
Yeah, it is. I set it up.
No, yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean that's your problem to fix, not mine.
Well, I don't know because it worked on my side, so.
Well, maybe it didn't. What do you think about that? I don't know. I'll have a look at it later. But it's Buck's joy, apparently. Boris says, my tiny bit of experience with Unity animation transitions was awful. Pretty much just stuck or unreachable everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, when I tried it, I also made the transition back, but I don't think that's really a problem.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. But yeah. I mean, yeah, if you have a lot of animations, then it gets harder and harder to set everything up right. So yeah, and you always get pentagrams everywhere once you set up the states. Also, maybe a bit weird, but we won't question Unity because if we do, it will punish us. By not playing animations apparently, but that's not think about that. Just enjoy what we accomplished today, which is making vines climbable. Oh, look, this is a bit weird. And we can wall jump from them, and we are not getting stuck. It's important to point out.
So I hope no one tries to draw it and then jump onto the platform and wants to do an elevator.
Yeah, I mean, it would be fun. And my idea is that, when Thule is on and it's still growing, that Thule gets pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, maybe it makes also sense to have it like this, to be able to jump on it. But it's something that we can worry about tomorrow. Because now it's time for Feierabend.
Okay. I mean, the only thing that I did differently from you is that I was in my own scene. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. That 2D is currently checking for something that I did not realize. I don't know.
Yeah, we have to see. Oh, and Boris managed to make the bot work. That's great. Did you test it in the Bebot server, or is it already on the other one? Oh, yes. Sorry about restricting your abilities to send links, Thomas. Right now, Boris has a power. In the test server? It's available in the test server. I'm now changing the seconds to hours, so the message doesn't get spammed yet. Please do that. All right. Also, apparently we have a clip of coding goodness. So let's watch it and enjoy it together. It's OBS. It's OBS. All right. So what else is there to do?
Once the vine has ended.
Oh, wait, what? This is not the right behavior? Where we just can
Yeah.
can go on and up for an eternity as long as we stay with our vine?
Yeah.
Like this? Whee! Yeah, no, that's that's a good point. A nice one. How was this clip? Let's see. The upper half. It's like she's milking a cow.
Oh, come on. Okay, something must have happened, but when we merged the...
Thank you for the clips, Boris and Thomas. Yeah, Farina?
I said something must have happened when we merged, because now it doesn't work on my side as it did before.
Oh, okay.
So...
Well, we figured out tomorrow.
Yeah, sure. Curious.
All right. So yeah, thank you for the clips. Maybe we can see and share them on the social media as well if you're okay with it. And yeah, I hope you managed to finish your bolognese a la chef. Then we would have like so much positivity to end on. Yeah, you're welcome, Thomas. And yeah, so if you like to join again tomorrow, okay. Well, I believe in you making a great bolognese, like the best there ever was. And you know, if it's just your significant other you have to share it with, and he is like obliged to compliment it. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Have a good meal, and we will maybe see each other again tomorrow when we continue working on the vines and seeing what is up with Verina's animation, and hopefully make it work, and maybe tune it down a bit in the in the speed.
that.
details, I know, but yeah. All right,
I mean,
yeah?
it is actually pretty accurate how fast she's going right now. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, bye-bye. I'm sorry.
That's a good point. But yeah, we will fix it tomorrow. See how far we get, and maybe we can start putting bear behavior into it as well. Also, what really is interesting to me is that coding the vines had more problems and was a bit of a rockier road than coding the Mored AI, which I didn't expect. But yeah. That's how it goes sometimes. But yeah, okay. I start rambling now. No, I will stop rambling now. And wish you all a nice evening. And see you next time. Bye bye.